It started on a quiet Thursday morning. I had just finished breakfast when an email notification appeared on my phone. The subject line read, "Exciting job opportunity. Immediate start." At first glance, it seemed like the perfect chance I had been waiting for. I had been out of work for a few months, sending my resume to many companies without much success. So, when I opened the email and saw the words high salary, remote work, and no experience needed, I felt a rush of excitement. I thought to myself, finally, something good is happening. The email was from a company called Global Future Solutions, a name I had never heard before. But the email looked professional, with a logo, proper formatting, and even a link to their website. The job description was simple. I could work as an account manager, helping the company with online purchases and payments. The salary? $3,500 a month, plus bonuses. At first, it sounded too good to be true, but I told myself, maybe I'm just being lucky. The email also mentioned that they found my resume on a popular job board, which made it feel more legitimate. I replied immediately, expressing my interest. Within an hour, I received a reply from someone named Mr. Carter, who introduced himself as the hiring manager. He was friendly and professional. He said, "Congratulations. We believe you are the perfect fit for our team." Mr. Carter sent me a document with detailed instructions on how to proceed. He asked for a copy of my ID, my bank account details for salary payments, and a signed agreement form. At that moment, a small voice in my head whispered, "Is this really safe?" But I ignored it. I was too excited about the opportunity. I scanned my ID, filled out the form, and sent everything back. I thought, this is just standard procedure for any job. A few days later, Mr. Carter called me. His voice was calm and reassuring. He said, "We are so happy to have you on board. Your first task will be simple: We will send some money to your account and you will help us transfer it to our partners. The next morning, I received a notification from my bank. $2,000 had been deposited into my account. Mr. Carter emailed me with instructions to transfer the money to another account using an online payment service. He said it was part of a routine transaction to test my efficiency. I followed his instructions and sent the money. It felt strange, but I convinced myself it was just part of the job. After all, I had $2,000 sitting in my account for a few hours, which made it feel legitimate. Over the next few days, I noticed some strange things. First, the company's website had very little information. It only had a homepage, a careers page, and a contact form. Second, I realized that the emails from Mr. Carter always had spelling mistakes, which seemed odd for a professional company. Then I started getting emails from my bank about unusual activity on my account. They were asking questions about the transactions I had made. I felt a pit in my stomach. Something wasn't right. One evening, I decided to do more research on global future solutions. I googled their name along with the word scam, and what I found left me shocked. There were dozens of complaints from people who had been tricked by the same company. They described how the scammers used fake job offers to steal their personal information and money. I felt a cold sweat on my forehead. I quickly checked my bank account and noticed that my balance was much lower than I expected. Somehow, they had accessed my account and withdrawn money. I realized I had been a victim of identity theft. The next day, I went straight to my bank. I explained the situation to the manager, and they immediately froze my account to prevent further transactions. They told me that scammers often use fake job offers to lure people into sharing sensitive information. I also reported the incident to the police and filed a complaint with the cybercrime unit. They told me that these types of scams are becoming more common, and many people fall for them because they seem so convincing. Recovering from the scam wasn't easy. It took weeks to sort out my bank account, and I had to monitor my credit report to make sure my identity wasn't being used elsewhere. But more than anything, I felt betrayed. Not by a person, but by my own desperation and lack of caution. Looking back, there were so many red flags I ignored. The too good to be true salary, the request for personal information, and the strange behavior of the so called hiring manager. After the scam, I promised myself to be more cautious. I learned to research every opportunity thoroughly, trust my instincts, and never share sensitive information without verifying its source. Now I tell everyone, if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. This experience taught me the importance of staying informed and alert. While it was a painful lesson, it made me stronger and wiser. I hope sharing my story can help others avoid the same mistake.
I hope you liked this story. If you could improve your English a little more, please subscribe to the channel and share this video with a friend. Thank you very much for your support. Take care.